Afternoon or good evening, I should say. Had a good day at the train show in DeLand. Excuse me, I gotta slow this one down a little bit. Just charged it too fast. Yeah, I had a good day at the train show on DeLand. Had a lot of vendors, everything from Z scale all the way to G scale. Depending on what scale you are in, you should have a good time there. Display layouts were phenomenal as usual. This is the only time that DeLand will be in two separate buildings because it's just that big. They have a lot more display layouts than say I would say Tampa. That's why it takes up two different rooms. Vendors, I think there was more last year, but this year there was pretty good decent amount. Enough to keep everybody in every scale happy. I got a few good deals. There is a couple of good deal tables in there, I would say. Everything else came out between retail and online prices pretty much. Snowbirds are in Florida. If you live in Florida, you know that as soon as snowbirds come down for winter, prices go up on everything from milk, bread, and butter to model trains. And as soon as they leave in April, everything goes down into the tank again to get sales up. Either way, prices were pretty good. I got a couple of doorbusters. Found some things that I really liked. I promised myself that I wasn't going to go too nuts at the train show. I think we all promised ourselves that, and our spouses, and we never keep to it. But either way, what did I get at the show? I got a few things. One thing I'm an N scale, as you can see. One thing I got, let me see if I can do this here without knocking the train down. If you know anything about these things, the Atlas articulated automobile rack. I got two of them, one in Norfolk Southern, one in FEC. I got another one that's Union Pacific, but that one I've had. I've got these. They're brand new in a box. Normally retail, they come out around 50, 60 bucks. In wholesale prices are around the same, about 49 to 50 bucks. I got them for 35 bucks a piece. This guy had I'd say about 30 of them in different road names and stuff like that, and he was just blowing them out at 35 bucks a pop. Yeah, if you're going Sunday to this train show, and it does, and the DeLand show does go through Sunday, $9 admission. You get $1 off if you got this card, but either way, it's worth it. You got little ones to take to the show, or you yourself want to go. You're going to spend a little while there. Especially if you're going to look at the layouts, really look at the layouts. You're going to be there a while. I spend about an hour and a half in a train show, and I'm pretty much done. This one took me about 2-3 hours to go through everything, look at everything, see all the layouts and stuff, and go through all the tables. Underneath the tables and everything else. Oh yeah, you got to look under the tables. You go to a train show and you don't look under the table, you're missing out on a lot of stuff. Because a lot of vendors, they'll hide their cheap stuff or their used stuff underneath the tables, and you got to look. There's a couple of them like that, and I looked and I got a pretty good deal. On Auto Cares, that guy was on top of the table, by the way. He also had some Atlas stuff too for 12 bucks. Good deals. I just had everything he had, so no sense picking up duplicates. Another thing I've got, those of you know, my son's in the Air Force, and he's currently right now serving in Korea. And anytime I find anything Air Force or something, I usually get it. This usually comes in a 3-car set, so I've seen it by itself, and predominantly that's the only one I wanted in the set because it has Air Force emblem on it. Because my son Ryan and everything else, so I try to have a few Air Force items on here. On my layout, so I got this one. Another car I got was the KCS. That was another fun one. I got a project car over there. It's got graffiti. It has sluts. Jim Carrey's the mask on there and stuff, and it says sluts across it. Well, either way, this is the car you start with when you get the decal kit from Circus Decals. And this is the car you need to have an N scale to make that happen. and it works out really good for us. Got that. Then I promised myself before I went to the train show. Hold on. I promised myself no more new locomotives. I got plenty. I mean, I'm switching over to DCC, and it makes my head spin how many chips I gotta buy at 30 bucks a pop, 20 to 30 bucks a pop. My head's about to explode. But either way, I sat there. I said, no more new locomotives. And I ran across this little guy. Yeah. Little MP15 named Southern. I like the Southern, even though I'm a ACL and Seaboard type of guy and CSX. You gotta have a little Southern locomotive. I mean, especially when you live in the South. Okay. But either way, I got this guy for 45 bucks. That's a dang good deal. That was from Zitnik. Yeah, those are about all I bought. I mean, like I said, pretty much my collection is pretty much where I want it to be, and I really don't need much more than that. So when I go looking for track, primarily Cato's straight track, and what I did find was overpriced, and I can order it online cheaper. So I was gonna say, screw it, I can do that. Either way, did pretty good at the train show. Was really happy with it. If you haven't gone this weekend, this Saturday, it will be going Sunday. I think the times it says for Sunday is 10 to 3:30. It's worth going. Pack up the kids, pack up the wife, or if you're gonna go solo, go. I never seen a bad train show. I mean, you always end up finding something you like. Even me, I went there with no intention of buying any cars or engines. Just primarily went with track and scenery, and I ended up with an engine and 4 cars. That didn't work too well for me. But either way, it was a good show. If you're gonna go to DeLand, go. Also too, while I was at DeLand, I picked up all the upcoming shows that are coming up. Oh, I got everything from the Villages, Jacksonville, Tampa, the next Villages show, the next Volusia County or the DeLand show. I got a few other shows listed, as well as shows coming up in March and stuff. So if you're on my YouTube channel, and if you haven't subscribed to my Facebook channel of Florida Model Railroad Train Show page, please go to it. If you live in Florida, it's a good asset to have, to know what train shows are coming up and everything else, and which ones you can go with. Other than that, you guys have yourself a wonderful weekend. I hope you go to the DeLand show. I'm going to cut out of here because I got to feed the wife and feed myself. I haven't had dinner yet. So you guys have yourself a wonderful evening, and God bless. Bye-bye.